Look at this is like 20 minutes of snorkeling around. Lightning welks. I just want to talk about how amazing it is if you look between the cracks and crevices. Right there. Oh yeah, pour it in here. Look, he comes out at night. Look at him there. He's inside there. See him? That's his little body. For all of those out there who want to go exploring as much as I do, who want to experience life, even if it's a little scary, even if it's a little bit crowded. Wow. Because nature is all around us. It's above us, it's around us, and you can find it by just going outside. You just have to go outside a little bit, and you can find a whole new world for exploring. And going on an adventure is what I was made to do. I was made to live a life of precarious danger, of not even knowing what's coming just around the river bend. Don't count on this channel being the one where I'm the scientific boss on Latin verbiage and such things. I don't necessarily have the certification, but I do have the passion and the zealousness and the willingness to try, because I'm just also a dad and a dude and a guy who loves to live his life and also works hard and is trying to learn how to enjoy his family time just as much as his work time, which isn't always easy. So I try to incorporate a little bit of all those lessons here, which is also about being a good dad, but also about being someone who is willing to do things that are scary and dangerous and maybe on the edge of, well, it's not so socially acceptable these days. Personally, I think it's a good thing for you to pick up a rock and hold it in your hand, and if it's appropriate, maybe take it with you. But that doesn't mean I don't be responsible about that. There's certain areas I don't do that in, and then there's certain areas I definitely do that in, because the creation is there for us. At the end of the day, the museum's gonna tell me a story about what this thing really is, but I know a lot of what they're about to tell me is probably a lie. And so I also talk about the deception and the reality of our world not being really accurate, and most of us grew up in a world that was definitely not true. And so because of that, I like to just go experience it for myself. I want to know what these things really are. I want to know what an alligator actually looks like when you stare it directly in the eye. And so a lot of my time is spent trying to chase animals and grab them and snuggle them and see just what they feel like. And I like to take people on those adventures with me and let them get and experience something that might just get you a little bit more excited about nature than you were before. I want my children to experience the world by going out and living in it. I want them to know why plants are the way they are. It's gonna be a little bit wild though, because going into the wild is also taking bravery. You have to be willing to do things you wouldn't normally do. And even if it means you have to get cold or a little bit wet or rained on, the body is made to go outside. And so was each and every one of us. Even if we live in a city, you can find nature around you, and I'm gonna show you plenty of that. I want people to experience all that Florida has to offer, and all that being on the road and traveling around the country and seeing the unique things that we've seen. We've literally driven 10,000 miles in a year and a half. In an RV with a family now that's growing and getting bigger. We had 4 cats at one point. We lived in the wild. We moved the wild into our own house. We literally picked up cactuses. I mean, I bought them all at stores. I bought all the cactuses at proper places. No, I found them in the wild, and I got cut up and was literally bleeding because I was trying to pick up a cactus and harvest it out of the wild, but I'd forgotten gloves. That was a poor choice. Gloves are important. We're gonna talk about that too. Why it's good to wear a hat. Why it's good to wear long sleeves so you don't get sunburned. See, but sometimes I can't protect you from all the scratches. I should be wearing long sleeves and pants and boots. I may not always be the person that you guys like to watch, so your children have the squeaky clean example of this is how you don't do certain things. I'm not a trained professional by any means. When I say that, I've only been trained by professionals in like 15 fields, none of which were related to how to grab animals safely. I just figure that out as I go, and I try to look and learn and try to understand a lot of the nuances of animal behavior, but I'm not trained for it, folks. And that's why I just gotta say, you get training by going out and experiencing. That's my belief. I don't think you need a certification from some state-run organization to know that there is something awesome about grabbing onto a turtle shell. I just wanna know what it feels like. Can I just be innately curious?
Alligator!
River snails!
River snails!
Come on, man!
Wowee, look at them river snails.
Florida's everything I'd hoped for.
Look
Look at that, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, pour it in here.
No, my
Pour it in there. Yeah, I want some.
You have to have some chicken.
Oh, thanks.
Good job. Oh no, he's dragging something. What did you find? Is it a turtle?
Baby snapping, alligator snapping turtle. It is an alligator snapping turtle. His neck comes really far out. It comes further.
You're definitely not the prettiest turtle.
Oh.
You're a little baby.
Man, he's gonna develop to have the strongest bite.
We should keep it.
I agree, Naomi.
I don't want to bite her.
He's got a little tiny, look at that neck, there it is.
What
Let's
you got
shine
there,
a light.
Nature Nate?
Look at this beauty. Look at him. He's got some sharp claws. He does have sharp claws. Look, he's got a bite that can come from his beak and his claws. So those are the areas you got to be cautious about. So you got to hold your turtle real strong because
The algae on his back.
they're heavy. But he is algaed up because this turtle is aquatic. He loves water more than I do. He literally lives in it most of the time. So much so that algae's growing on his back.
Let's see his belly.
So you can see, but his belly, look Nate, look at his belly. Look at his tail. See, he's got a little tail there, tiny little tuck tail. This is his beautiful little flint. See those turtle shell scales? Look very similar to the ones I found while snorkeling in fossils. So I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of those later. But these are all the little pieces of his shell that make up his big shell. And he's a beautiful little guy. Look at his little nose. See his little tiny nose? He's got green eyes.
He looks very shy. Oh, he's like, he wishes he could go even further in this turtle.
Oh, he is just really not desiring to come out and let you look at his long neck.
Unlike that other tortoise.
Oh, Fred.
Fred.
Fred was mighty
We
nice.
miss Fred.
I just am so glad I caught a turtle on my first night dive with my new dive light. Shouts out to this dive light. It's like 50 bucks on Amazon, man. Germans. They make great technology, just don't give them helmets.
Nay, look. What's Daddy bringing over, Nay? Oh my gosh, Naomi, look. Look, Nay. Nay, look. Turtle.
There you
Hi,
go.
buddy.
Welcome to Florida.
Florida, look at him. He's so adorable.
He's so
Isn't he cute, Nate? Did you
Look, he's
catch
hiding
him?
under his shell just like you are.
Aww.
Hi, Naomi. My name is Fred.
Hi, Fred. He's so cute, Naomi. Oh my gosh. I would keep him as a pet. I would keep you as a pet, Fred. Turtle rescue.
Turtle rescue.
I wanna keep him.
Let's see what we got here.
An alligator snap. How did you do that?
Very carefully.
They're so dangerous. Oh, he's got this.
I think what we're looking at is, are you filming still?
Yeah.
Good. The common snapping turtle, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's trying to flick his claws at you.
Yep. Okay, so this, carefully, he's very aggressive. Well, he's just very defensive. He's not really aggressive, but this is a common snapping turtle, I believe. Alligator snapping turtles have a much bigger ridge and spiky armor on the back.
Is he gonna bite you?
Yeah, he will bite if anybody comes near him, so everyone wants to stay back. But that is a common snapping turtle. If you see in his tongue, can you see? He uses it as like a little lure. You see his claws are much, oh, he's strong. Oh, he's so strong. He gets his fingers.
Let him go.
I will. I'm gonna let him go shortly, but what we're gonna do is see his back. See his tail, much different than the other turtle, right guys?
Yeah.
Now this turtle can't pull his head in his shell like the other turtles can. So he gets,
Move it all the way back.
he can't go any further back than this. So he's gotta protect himself so his head can actually wrap around way further than the other turtles. And so you wanna go about twice as far as he's out right now. He can come all the way back around and you hear him almost hissing, listen. Hear that?
Why are you gonna put him in?
I will.
Why did you put him on the ground?
See his big tail?
Put him on the ground.
See that long neck comes out.
Put him on the ground.
I don't know what he'll do if I put him on the ground, guys. I don't want him to run over and I want to put him back in the water safely. Because that's where I got him from. I want to return him.
He needs to get his food.
This is something I've waited a long time to catch.
Cold?
No, I'm exhausted. I've been wrapping and pruning tomatoes all day long in the greenhouses and
They don't have
I was
handles.
just about to eat lunch.
They don't have handles.
Tired. They do not have the handles like the other one. You got to hold them by their fingers, but wow, you are beautiful, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. What a great opportunity to hold
He's
you
so
beautiful
cute.
creature. They're
How was it?
incredible. Oh,
You had to
so
catch
sweet.
him.
I had to swim up around him and kind of sneak up behind him and grab him.
He's so
Yeah,
cute.
All right, I'm gonna put him back, you guys, okay? All right, let's
Chase
keep
him.
filming. I did chase him a little to get him. Okay? All right. Now just be sweet.
Here goes Nature Nate.
There it goes. Off he goes. Thank you.
Where?
Oh,
There he is.
I see him. I don't. I do. See? See
See the bubbles? There he goes. Alrighty, y'all.
woo!
Snapping turtle was very, very kind, and he was good to me, and he was nice to the children, and I got to show them to him safely and carefully, but I got to give them a lifetime memory, because that's what I want people to have. I want them to have a lifetime memory that they can take with them forever, because we had an interaction that involved me and them and nature, or they and themselves and nature, because all of us need those little memories in their life. And you got to tuck those away because they'll get you through sometimes when life is very hard and sometimes life is very, very painful and it's not the way it's supposed to be and it hurts, but nature is there to heal. Nature is there to remind us that there is a whole other world out there that wants us to remember it's good and it's beautiful and it needs to be enjoyed. I hope each of you will go do something that is so exciting and wild that it causes others to be inspired to do something that they were not so brave to do. You gotta sometimes go and get in the water when it's cold and it's stinky or it doesn't look very good or it's kind of stormy or it's kind of like not the most fun day, but you gotta do it anyways. You gotta live your life with that kind of excitement and energy and being willing to share that with the friends around you. Because sometimes you might just end up living in a forest where there's bamboo huts, catching snapping turtles during your workday. Most of you should probably be trying to catch a snapping turtle during your workday. Or maybe just capture someone's attention long enough to tell them that they matter and that they're important and that they are needed because all of us are needed and it's a critical time for us to remember that. Go and live your life. Go and be vibrant. I'm Nature Nate, and I hope you enjoyed this adventure. Till next week, good day. Next week will be alligators, the actual alligators. The alligators I swam up to and looked them in the eye.